Hello and welcome to the channel. Subscribe for future updates if you haven't done so. Today I'm going to talk about this trip going from the city of Macaé in the state of Rio de Janeiro, and we're going to a place called Unamar. Unamar is a tourist area where a lot of people go to vacation. One thing to understand, Rio, the city of Rio, is the capital of the state of Rio. It's like New York, New York. So New York is the capital of the state of New York. One thing that a lot of people might assume is that Brazilians love to go to Rio during Carnaval. And it's actually the opposite. So today is the day or the weekend after Carnaval, which in a way it's still sort of Carnival because when people take vacation, they usually take the entire week off. And some people are on vacation from around Christmas time until this time. But that could be another lecture. So this area that you're seeing, this is the industrial part, or one of the industrial parts of Macaé. So I would say this is more of the local industrial area, because there's an industrial area that is only companies from other parts of the world, mostly the U.S. and Europe. A lot of European companies and American companies operate in this town. But getting back to the story, we're going back to Unamar, which is a tourist area where most people from Rio de Janeiro, the city of Rio, because Unamar is part of the state of Rio de Janeiro, people from the city of Rio de Janeiro go to this area around here to vacation to get away from Rio during Carnival. Now, one thing you'll see, you're going to see a lot of radar detectors, and there are a lot of these in Brazil. However, the police will never stop you down here for speeding. You might get a ticket in the mail, but you're not going to get stopped by the police. And at least one good thing about the radars is they put warning signs. By law, they have to put a warning sign in front of these radar detectors. So if someone gets a speeding ticket and they were not warned, they could fight it in court. Otherwise, it's probably impossible. So there are a lot of these down here, maybe too many, but not everywhere. So on the main highways, it's not too bad. You can go a long distance, and in reality, it's like the Autobahn here, except for these places like this. You can drive as fast as you want to, and no one's going to stop you. Or at least I haven't heard of it. I saw a guy get pulled over by the police one day, and I'm not sure. He must have been doing something really bad, or maybe there was something else going on. I have seen people break the law right in front of the police, drive through red lights, do a left turn where there's a no left turn line. This is actually one of my videos that I recorded. And the police do nothing. Yesterday, I saw a guy run a red light. Actually, so what happened was the light was about to turn red, and as the traffic slowed down, it was coming to a stop, and the light was, because the lights hesitate a little or delay a little bit sometimes, not always, but the light still had not turned green, and the person wanting to be first shot out of the intersection shot through the intersection, and there were two police cars behind me, and both of them saw it. There's no way they couldn't have, and neither one of them did anything. They don't waste their time with things like that. It has to be pretty serious for them to get involved, which results in a lot of crazy driving down here in Brazil. But as long as you're careful, the probability of becoming a casualty is really low. Now, this is leaving the industrial area. This area that we had just driven through was more of an industrial area. And the last part of it was small businesses that like tire repair or tire replacement and automobile repair places, hardware stores, and so forth. Now, to the left, this big area here is a police station. And they use a title referring to their places almost like a military base. And so it's a police base, I guess you could say. And to the right here is a stadium. So this is the stadium of Macaé. If you look at it on the map, you'll notice that it's crooked. So it's an interesting thing. But this is their main stadium here for their soccer team. And while soccer is really big for them, I don't think a lot of people really support the local team that much. They're not big enough like some of the other teams in Rio. Now, this is going through a regular neighborhood, and this is somewhat to the left and to the right are what you might refer to as favelas. They're usually not safe. I think as long as you mind your own business and you don't really mess around with anything, I've never heard of anything happening. The worst thing that happened was about a year ago. A government official in a darkly tinted car went into the area, and the traffickers probably thought it was an assassination or something, got a little bit nervous and shot the car up, which resulted in a politician losing his pinky finger, I believe, something. Now, you'll see quite a few cars on the side of the road, and this is not a common thing here, but I think that during this carnival time, people are so much into partying and or maybe traveling too. It could be that, but it seemed like there were a high rate of cars that were on the side of the road with car trouble, and I think it could be neglect during the last few days. It is also hot weather time. And the other possibility is that a lot of people were traveling to get away from Rio and other places to come here for tourism. So it's a Saturday, and there's really a high amount of traffic for it being a Saturday. It's usually, you're not going to have any bottlenecking, which is up ahead. There's some bottlenecking going on. But it's a hot day and people are going to the beach. So I'm going to finish here on part 1 of this video. There will be other parts in the future, so thanks for watching and enjoy. Thank you for joining me on this Brazilian adventure. If you enjoyed exploring Brazil with me, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe to Lost in Brazil for more exciting content and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. Share your thoughts and questions or suggestions in the comments below. I love hearing from you. And until next time, obrigado and safe travels.